You clicked on this video for a reason. You're tired of being stuck at the same income level. You know that building systems is the missing puzzle piece. So I'm not wasting any of your time. If you're new here, my name is Mikeland. I'm a multi-six-figure entrepreneur. I have a company called Lucid Living Co. and I'm a CEO. I'm going to teach you exactly how to be one. The first thing you need to do is you need to start thinking 10x. You need a vision for the future. Right now, you're probably doing all this busy work. You're doing what's in front of you directly, right? But you're not thinking ahead. I need you thinking bigger. I need you thinking 10x, okay? So everything starts with a vision, right? I need you looking at your ladder and seeing if it's up against the right wall. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened to me. I had my ladder and it was up against the wrong wall. I was selling bath bombs and I was attracting low-level customers and I was barely making it by. I was out in my warehouse making bath bombs with my team, right? Because if I wasn't out there, it wasn't getting done. The bath bomb mixture was drying up. I was getting crumbly bath bombs. It was a mess, okay? That's because my ladder was up against the wrong wall. I wasn't thinking ahead either. I wasn't thinking with my map, right? I was just like day by day, lollygagging around thinking like, oh, I made it, so I'm good. No, I was actually losing money. I was looking at my profit margins and I was like, oh man, this is bad. When I took a step back and I opened the map for the future, I was thinking, asking myself, what would this look like at 10x? Bad, very bad. So I said, I'm not selling bath bombs anymore. This is done. I started selling coconut milk baths and I started selling body oils. That's when my business started doing better. I started actually making money. My profit margins were good, okay? This is what I need you to do. Everything starts off as an idea in your mind, okay? You're filled with ideas. You can't just rely on your brain to remember them. And I'm going to talk more about that in a sec, about how you need to stop remembering things and use your brain for problem solving and being creative. Brainstorming, okay? Have a whiteboard or a big, large piece of white paper and get your ideas out of your head. Because I used to think day by day, just doing things right in front of me all the time. And that's what kept me broke. That's what kept me at the same income level. I was losing money some months. It was bad. And I don't want that for you. You need to be taking a step back and brainstorming. A brainstorming session, by the way, is at least 30 minutes. Your brain is just juicing up at 10 to 15 minutes. 30 to 45 minutes is a sweet spot for you to actually get a good brainstorming session in. And that's what I want you doing. Thinking 10x, thinking bigger, okay? And then I want you to build systems that are designed to scale, okay? I want you looking 3 to 6 months out, not 12 plus months. So many entrepreneurs think so big, so ahead. They'll have a vision board for a whole year, right? You're not getting all that done. You've got too much time, right? I want you crunching it down. I want you thinking 3 to 6 months so that you actually get it done. Because so many of us will think like, oh, we got all the time in the world. And yeah, you're not going to end up getting it done if you're thinking 12 plus months ahead. Stop with that shit. Think about this 3 to 6 months, okay? Get it done, all right? And then don't ask yourself, how do I do this? You got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that. I need you doing, how do I never do this again? I didn't want to keep making bath bombs. I was saying, fuck this shit. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not flushing my money down the toilet, essentially. That's what you're doing. If you're just going out and you're doing the work with your workers, okay? That is not being a CEO, okay? That's you building a business, right? It's actually just a job. You made a job for yourself, essentially. That's what you did. That's what I did. And I want the best for you. I don't want you doing that anymore. So stop it. Start thinking, what can I do to be the CEO of this business, not another employee, okay? And then what needs to fundamentally change for you to pull back in your business? What is it that you need to get rid of? Like, I got rid of the bath bombs, okay? What is it that you need to get rid of? Take a hard look at your business and think to yourself, like, if I got rid of this thing, would it make or break my business? Would I lose customers? I ended up getting better customers. Like I said before, I had low value customers. I had really annoying customers that would bug me all the time. It was a mess. I hated it. I really was like contemplating just shutting down this business because I was like, this ain't for me anymore. I started off really liking bath bombs and I thought it was cool and fun. And then I realized, not for me. This isn't it. I don't want to sell bath bombs. I don't want to have these ugly customers. I didn't want it anymore. Okay. I want you to understand that certain things in your business can attract the wrong people. Even if you yourself like those things and they're something that you enjoy, okay? Take a step back and be like, you know what? Am I too emotionally invested in this, right? Because I was very emotionally invested in my business. Emotions in business do not get along. Stop. take a step back and ask yourself, is this a higher level decision here, right? Am I keeping these because I want to keep these, or am I keeping these because it's for the best interest of my business? Is it going to make me money long term? Is it going to grow my business, or is it just going to keep me stuck? Okay, now let's keep moving. So we got outcomes over effort, and this ties into what I just said about here. What do you really want to accomplish, okay? What needs to be done? Who needs to be hired? And what is your role in this, all right? Don't confuse motion with progress. A lot of entrepreneurs think that, well, I'm getting all this work done, so, I must be making progress. You're not getting any progress by mopping the floors and cleaning and doing all the busy work that your employees are doing and cutting their hours so that you're doing more yourself. Yeah, that's what I used to do. And it really just doesn't work. I'm telling you. You think you're saving money, but you're actually hurting your future self. Think about your future self. What would your future self be doing? The one that's successful and making good money. Start putting yourself into that position and take a look, like you're up here, right? And you're looking down at what's going on. You're going to realize that you're not running your business right. And that's honestly what it takes. Just stepping aside, saying, you know what? Let me just take myself out of this. Look up and look down at yourself. I know it sounds a little woo-woo, but honestly, I've even talked to coaches about this, and they say they do this. I've actually had my one content coach tell me that she takes herself and she puts herself into a place where she can level up. You can do that too. I need you to start thinking like that. Stop thinking that you have to do everything yourself, that you're cool if you do everything yourself. A lot of entrepreneurs will think that too. And the only person that it's helping is the short-term version of you, right? Think about the future version of you. You're hurting your future self every time you do everything yourself. Start getting those things off of your plate, okay? We'll talk about that in a sec here. The real goal here is to feel like you're not really even working anymore. You don't want to be doing all of this work, okay? You really want to be running your business like a strategic CEO, not an operator, not somebody that's doing everything, okay? Not somebody that's micromanaging. That was another thing I used to do. I used to think that I was, being a good boss by really making sure that everything was getting done correctly. And I wasn't. I was just making my employees hate me, okay? I had people that just didn't want to stick around because I was just constantly nitpicking and trying to make everything perfect, right? Doing everything myself because no one else could do it as good as me. And there are people out there that can do the work better than you. You need to trust them, okay? A lot of us, we just have like this perfectionism, like we have to do everything ourselves. Otherwise, everything's gonna crumble. And I'm here to remind you that it's not gonna crumble. You're gonna be fine. And here's your permission slip to start stepping into that strategic CEO version of you. And you can do it at any level in your business as an entrepreneur. So many of us think like, oh, well, when this happens, then I can do it. No, you can do it right now. I can assure you of that, all right? And all it takes is one high value decision, okay? You're gonna think about your life here, right? With this little scale. You're gonna be thinking, you know what? What's that high value decision I can do? That's gonna be a heavy thing here, right? It's a lot of money. It's gonna be good money. That's your leverage, right? Versus the 100 low level decisions. What that does here, like I've got this battery here. It's maintenance, right? You're draining your battery with all these low-level decisions. That is not a strategic CEO move, okay? A strategic CEO move is high leverage, high value decisions, okay? I need you to start thinking about what you can do that's going to be high value for your business and stop doing all these low-level tasks. Stop doing the busy work. Stop being so involved in your business when it comes to the work that actually has to get done, okay? I need you looking up and thinking higher level, thinking bigger, okay? And the first thing you can do here is create an SOP. And maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. I'm gonna break down some really easy SOPs and some higher level ones so you can get started wherever you feel like, okay? The first thing you need to do is document the process. I need you to make it so stupid simple that like literally anyone could do it and you could do it half asleep, okay? That's a beautiful SOP. And then it always feels not important right now. We always wanna push things off. That's the thing. You're helping your future self when you create an SOP, okay? It's not gonna feel good doing it in the moment. I'm gonna just give you a straight up heads up. Most of these are not gonna feel good in the moment. You're gonna be so fucking thankful that you did it afterwards though, okay? And then what is an SOP? Maybe you've never heard of it, okay? It's a standard operating procedure. It's step-by-step instructions, it's charts, it's graphs, it's printouts, it's labels, okay? So let's start here over to the left. This one, for an example here, was my business partner, Joe. He created how to set up a sale in Shopify. He just filmed himself going into Shopify, right? In Loom, he took a video in Loom, and then he has this little text box here, and it says, click on the apps section on the left-hand side. So that's what he's telling you to do in the video. Click on Alpha Sale on the list, find a sale that matches closely to what you want, and then click the clone icon on the right side of the row. And he's going over exactly where to go in the video as well. So you know where to click in the future. Your future self is watching this video, and it's like, yes, you're not remembering, right? I mentioned that earlier in the video here. Your brain is not meant for remembering things. Your brain is meant for being creative. It's meant for being a problem-solving master genius, okay? And it's not meant for remembering things. That's the beauty of an SOP. If you take the time, or have somebody in your business take the time to create an SOP, your future self is going to be living it up. They're going to be like, what do? I have so much time on my hands. That's the good life here, okay? And then you can even make a micro SOP here. This is so simple and easy. You got a little label machine, and then you put little labels on your light switches like I do. I don't have to think about it. People that come visit me don't have to ask me, hey, which one's the lamp? You've got all these light switches. I don't know. They don't got to ask me. I don't have to waste my brain points telling them which one it is. They know what it is because it's on there. It's simple, it's easy, and it's amazing, honestly. I have so many light switches in my house, and I'm not wasting my brain effort and energy on remembering what they all do. So I love having this as like a little micro SOP. And then for my girls at my warehouse, I've got the keyboard shortcuts on the computer. It's taped on there. They don't have to ask me any questions. I can stay focused on the work that I'm doing, and they can stay focused on getting the orders packed out efficiently and effectively and fast. They just look at what the shortcuts are, okay? And then they're good. And then you can also have a recipe. This is what I love. I actually have my recipes and my videos here, like all my SOPs for those, in Notion. This is so good. If you have a second brain, it's what it's called, have it in Notion, have your SOPs in there, thank me later. Your life is gonna be amazing. Chef's kiss, I'm telling you. Having a recipe step by step, you don't miss any steps here. You just put it all down. That way your future self knows exactly what to do and doesn't have to think like, oh, what temperature do I have to put it at? You don't got to worry about that. It's in the SOPs section for the recipes. You're good, okay? And then, so we went over how to do it right while you're doing it, recording the process, right? Or hand it off to someone else. Like my business partner did this for me. I love it. It's amazing. I know that anytime I want to set up a sale, it's in there. And then the best tasks for SOPs are repeated tasks, complicated processes, and important checklists. And then having that quality assurance in there is really important too. You really want to make sure that it's done right the first time, because if you're going back and you're asking questions like, what was that? Or like, I'm bugging my business partner, like, oh, you missed a part here, right? Then your SOP is not going to be good, right? Get it right the first time, okay? There's a saying actually that goes, if you didn't have time to do it right the first time, well, you'll have time to do it right the second time. Meaning you're gonna have to go back and do it again. Like, don't do it, right? Do it right the first time. Just take your time, don't rush, and just record the process, document it, make it really simple and easy. And if you start getting really good at this, then you can start delegating. A lot of people rush to delegate, and you could delegate your work, right? And not know what the hell you're doing. And then you're going back and forth with a freelancer, and then it's just a hot mess. I'm telling you, you're wasting money, you're wasting time, you're wasting effort, you're wasting energy. Do not delegate until you have an optimized system. And an optimized system all starts with the SOP, okay? So, all right, delegating is going to be buying back your time once that optimized system is put into place. Once you have a good SOP put into place, you'll be able to buy back your time. And then I want you to start with low-level, energy-draining tasks, okay? And then you can do what I do, which is called a time analysis chart here. You're gonna break it down, have a whiteboard, have a white piece of paper, brainstorm this sesh here, 30 to 45 minutes, your time analysis chart, just what you think you're spending time on, right? You know, each task here, value and energy. You're gonna go, maybe this might look the same for you, maybe not. Some of the tasks that I have are emails, coaching calls, and video editing, okay? And then I take these tasks and I'm breaking them down by value. Well, emails, you know, not a whole lot of money, right? They are draining though. They're very draining, okay? Coaching calls, they make me a lot of money. I can't delegate this though, okay? Somebody else can't do that for me. Eventually I could outsource this and have somebody screen the certain clients that are interested in working with me, right? But for now, it's a high level task. It's going to be good money for me and it gives me good energy. It's putting money into my business. It's really good for me, okay? And then video editing is another task. About $2 signs. Video editing is really good. Shout out to my video editor, Lynn. I love you. You're amazing. But for me, it takes a lot of my energy and then I'm not able to make as many videos. So that's another reason why I decided, you know what? I'm going to delegate this task. And I did. I successfully did that, okay? And what I need you to understand here is after you brainstorm for 30, 45 minutes here on the whiteboard or on a big piece of white paper, I need you to actually take the tasks that you think that you're doing, okay, and put them on a piece of paper and then actually audit yourself. See how long those tasks are taking. Are they taking as long as you think they are? Are they taking more time than you actually think? Sometimes we overestimate and sometimes we underestimate. Be very honest with yourself. Time it. Don't be lazy with this, because once you figure out what the actual value and energy analysis is here, right? That time analysis chart, this whole thing, that's what it's called, a time analysis chart. You break it down and you actually figure out where your time is going. Then you can figure out what the most low-level energy draining task is for you, okay? And then you can delegate it. And then I want you to ask ChatGPT here. It says stick to your zone of genius, okay? I want to talk about that for a sec. So many people, you don't use ChatGPT. First of all, please use it because that's a great thing that you can start off with. If you're a total newbie to this and you're just like, I want to get my feet wet first, start with ChatGPT, okay? And don't be cheap, upgrade to it. Upgrade to the plus version. It's worth it. And I'm telling you right now, the only way you're going to be able to ask what my zone of genius is, which is a prompt I want you to do, you need to tell ChatGPT who you are, what you do, how much money you're making. Don't be shy. The more you tell ChatGPT about what it is that you're doing, the more it's actually going to be able to help you and tell you exactly what your zone of genius is. And once you figure out the answer to that question, that's the stuff you focus on. And you, only you, can do those things. You can't delegate those things, okay? For example, when I asked what my zone of genius is to ChatGPT, it said that I'm able to help entrepreneurs take bold action, rewire their limiting beliefs, and level them up, okay? That's what I focus on. I can't delegate those things. The only way Chat's gonna be able to correctly answer you is if you tell it what you do and you're honest and you don't hold back. So many people are anti-ChatGPT, but if you're one of those people, please don't expect to level up because it's only gonna get worse and you're gonna get left behind. And around here, you wanna keep moving forward. You wanna keep going after your big goals, your big dreams. You gotta work with AI. Use it as a tool to level you up, okay? And then we've got the Illuminati method here. And so think about this for a sec, right? Everyone stays stuck here at these $10 an hour tasks and they wonder why, they're not making more money. This used to be me. I used to be thinking like, well, I must be doing something wrong. But I was not really sure what I'm doing wrong, right? It's because I didn't have systems. I was doing everything myself. I was doing all the tasks that were $10 an hour tasks all by myself. Stop. Please stop doing that. You don't even need me to remind you, right? You know that the big CEOs, the people that are making all this money, they have other people doing the work for them. That is how you level up in your business. That is how you ascend, okay? In order to be making thousands of dollars, you can't be doing everything yourself. You have to take the time to build out these systems, all right? And then I want you to pay for high performance too. So I pay my video editor, Lynn, good money. I'm not cheap about this. I used to pay $10 an hour to get my videos edited. And let me tell you right now, okay? The mistakes cost time, effort, and energy, first of all. It would go back and forth for days. And I wouldn't be able to post these videos. And then they would be like creative. It would start going haywire, backfiring on me. It was awful. I'm just here to tell you, learn from my mistakes, learn from my experiences. Do not pay $10 for someone to edit your video. It's not worth it, okay? Do not try to be cheap because it always costs you more in the long run. That time, effort, energy, frustration I used to go through, I could have used that on higher level tasks, right? I could have used that to ascend in my business and make those bigger level, higher level decisions and actually be more successful, okay? This slowed down my growth because I was stuck talking to a freelancer that did not know what the hell I wanted. And that is not what I want for you. Just don't be cheap. see exactly how the person is, see their portfolio, take it seriously, take your time. And if you really need help with this, I do this. I have a video editor, okay? If you want help figuring out how to delegate, how to create SOPs, how to really think 10x like a CEO is, okay, I do this. So scroll down right now, click on the top link in the description, and let's see if we're a good fit to work together. But let's keep moving. So we've got what next? What we covered. We covered a lot today. We covered 10x thinking, we covered outcomes over effort, we covered SOPs, and we covered delegation, all right? And I want you to identify the following. With or without me by your side, okay? What are you spending the most time on? What is it that you're spending so much time on? Really, take a hard look at it, okay? What is draining the most energy? What are you feeling like, this is not good. Like, I don't have energy to keep going and doing other things. By the way, like when I used to be doing everything myself, I would dream of being a YouTuber, right? But I didn't have enough energy to do it because I was doing everything myself. So I'm just putting that into perspective here. Where is your zone of genius? Make sure that you're asking ChatGPT after you input information about you and your business. Do not ask ChatGPT what your zone of genius is if you've never used it, because you're not going to get the right result, okay? Once you figure out what your zone of genius is, harness it, figure out exactly how you can level up with that, okay? And really double down on it. You can't outsource that. You can't delegate that work. That is only what you can do. That is your zone of genius, okay? And then work on systemizing one thing. Not everything. I think so many people get so excited and so like, I can do it all, and then they just burn out. Systemize one thing, okay? Just prove to yourself that you can do it. Because when you can prove to yourself that you can do something, you're going to keep moving forward. You're gonna keep doing more. Don't put too much on your plate all at once. I used to be like that, and all you're gonna end up doing is getting frustrated, burnt out, and it's not good. I'm telling you, one thing at a time. Do it and do it right. Take your time, okay? And then the last thing here is to shift your time value to work on more high value tasks. You're thinking bigger. You're doing the things that a strategic CEO would, okay? No more just low level, low task work, being like an employee for your business. No more of that. You're serious about leveling up. You made it to the end of this video, so I know you're ready to level up. I know that you're ready to step into the CEO version of yourself, and I want to help you do it. So scroll down right now, click on the top link in the description, and let's see if we're a good fit to work together, all right? And I will see you next time. Bye for now.